Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Here is another update video on the sector breach for August of 2023. So, this is general set 1 and 2 update. I've got it down to a science. You can do this with totally free repair. It's going to be up to RNG. It's going to be up to a couple of things. But if you limit your fighters to about 4 fighters and you do use the missiles, then you can limit this to like really fast and free repair. You can also do this on the Conqueror set. It just takes a little bit more concentration to come out of there with free repair, but I've got videos out on it now, or I will be posting them here in just a minute. If you use a Maverick on the towers will not spawn the defenders inside the towers. Same thing with the bunkers and the same with the units that have last stand defenders. No last stand defenders will come out if you use a Maverick. So, for instance, on this base, the tech center up in the top there does not have any last stand defenders in it, so you don't need to use a Maverick on it. But the way I like to do it is to use a Maverick, fly over so I don't forget where that Maverick was, fly over, use that Maverick. The Maverick will not last forever. It does last for a while. It lasts for over a minute. I don't know what the time limit on it is, but if you let it wait there for 3 or 4 minutes and come back and hit it, it will again spawn the last stand defenders. But it takes quite a while, a couple of minutes, I think, before it doesn't have that effect anymore. So I'm primarily destroying these bases with air, and the difference is here, I'm flying 4 fighters at a time, and because it seems to be that if you take 4 fighters you can take out a tower. 4 fighters you can also take out a drone silo, and rather than flying across 4 times and taking damage 4 times on an individual unit, that takes more time, and in the end, in the long run, you get actually more damage. When there's 4 units flying at the same time, only a couple of them get hit. Some of them, I've seen them fly and be completely unharmed when there's multiple fighters, because it's only targeting one thing. So I don't worry about the air. Okay, I'm not worried about the anti-air. I just took that out because I wanted to fly across here a couple more times and kill these defenders. And the defenders die pretty quickly. Just with my Maverick, I can kill most of the spawning defenders that are coming out of the barracks or the war factory or whatever. And now put it on Ruby and just deploy in sets of 2. Just deploy your war horses. And just let them clean up the base. It's just a matter of they're faster than the fighters taking out the individual last buildings. And you can do this also on the second base. On this particular video, like I said, it's up to RNG, and you know that sometimes you can't control what's shooting you because all this is happening too fast. So on this particular base, I took like a 3-minute repair on my second air platoon, and that was probably and I only had like 1 minute of damage on my Maverick platoon, so it was my fault probably for running my second platoon too many times. But really, 3 minutes repair is nothing, because by the time you get done finding your new base, moving your war horses, and filling in your missiles again, and taking care of the maintenance on your base, like if you're running low on metal, you need to go find a metal base. They are very few and far between right now. By the way, I want to give you a trick. If you find a good, like a metal 7 base, do not kill it. Farm it, because in 1 hour it will be full again. And if you use the master loot, you just fly across it one time with the fighter company, and you've got 1 billion resources, 1 billion metal and 1 billion oil. So you don't even have to damage the base very bad. Just fly over the fighter company one time, and usually what I do is I just start the fighter company off for about 1/4 of an inch, and then it flies over stealth, and the fighter company itself won't take any damage at all, and then the 4 wingmen will take out a whole bunch of resources for you. I usually don't need metal unless it's an event like this, and then they don't have the metal, and oil bases. So I've seen days where there are none on the map. So it's just another attention to detail thing that Kixeye doesn't pay attention to. Like, yeah, we produce oil on our bases now, but when you need 500 missiles for an event, you need oil and you need thorium. Thank goodness they have thorium every day. But if you've looked around, you'll see that there are days that they have no metal. And so I've had to rely on the depots but the depots just don't produce enough unless you have master loot on. They really don't produce very much, and even with master loot, it's just not enough. So this is the same concept I was using on the first base. I use a missile on the bunkers and on the towers, and in the meantime I'm also trying to take out the buildings that are producing. And on this particular base I did let a bunch of I can't remember what they're called, but coming out of that war factory right there, I did let a bunch of them be produced, and that may also be why I took a little damage on my secondary air. That was a mistake on my part, but the concept is use missiles, use air, destroy the base with the air, don't take very much damage on your air, and then clean up the base with war horses. It's much faster, and 99% of the time it will be free repair, provided, I'm using level 20 fighters and a level 10 Maverick, and my war horses are level 20, but my war horses aren't taking any damage. You could do it with level 5 war horses, really. See, here they are. I can't remember what they call those units right there, but they do damage to air. So that was my mistake, and I didn't notice it. I'm paying attention to other things, and then suddenly I'm like, hey, wait a minute, what are these guys? And so now I have to concentrate on killing them and killing the building that's producing them. Like I said, though, just the Maverick by himself, he'll kill those guys. So with changing the strategy and using multiple fighters, this is becoming more and more doable. I still think. See, let's see if the Maverick took that guy out in one shot at him. So now we got to take out that building before any more are produced. And I think that's it. And now we can bring in the warhorses. I'm actually only bringing in 9 warhorses or 8 warhorses and Slippenar, because I keep Slippenar by himself on purpose. Because sometimes if I am using my ground, I'll keep Slippenar off in the corner so that his damage reduction bonus goes to all the other warhorses that I'm using. And then I can rotate out and use different warhorses and still get that reduced damage. So yeah, like I said, it's about 3 minutes repair on my second platoon. 8 minutes, with a 5-minute free repair time, so it's about 3 minutes of wait time. But that's just my mistake, because if I had used the Maverick platoon more, taking a little bit more damage on there, it would have been free repair. Also, I did let those buildings produce, and that's probably where the damage came from, by me letting those buildings continue to produce, and I should have taken those out right away. But you get the idea. This is just an example of how you can do it. And so now I'll wait 3 minutes, but in the meantime, I can go ahead and refill my missiles and take care of other maintenance on my base. See you guys next time.